Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Good evening, everybody. I see we've got a couple of viewers already. That's awesome. Welcome. Let me just check my microphone volume while I'm thinking about it. I've got Uncle John and Hakan here with me. I see we lost Sebastian along the way, so pity. But anyway, Sebastian, if you're watching this, it was nice chatting with you. I didn't even say goodbye proper because I was thinking you were coming with us. But anyway, just quickly look at my levels. Okay, my microphone should be fine. Right, let's put the seatbelt on. Huh? Uncle John?
Rudders. You normally check your rudders as well because they go out of sync.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it took me a moment.
Captain, we are starting boarding now.
Might as well calibrate them quickly. Just make sure that they're right. Iceman, George, welcome. Oh, Iceman is Sebastian. Yeah, but you're not here with me. You're not on Discord. That's your choice. But sorry, anyway. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. So
please make sure the cabin is conditioned.
Thanks anyway for sitting there. That's so cool. That's same difference. What did I want to do? All right, there's the thing pumping up the air for us. There we go. Right.
Ground flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
All right. So, if you guys read the name of the stream, you will see we're going to talk about the OPT. And I'm going to show you not this one on the tablet. We're not going to talk about this one. Even yeah, we can probably mention it just to put the relation into place. But what we're going to talk about is this one. Right, so I mentioned in one of the previous streams that there are 3 versions. You've got the one that you can get from your Fly with Lua and the macro, run it from there. Okay, that is how it all started. Then Zibo integrated it into the EFB, and then Yeri is continuing the development on the outside of X-Plane. X-Plane does not need to be running. This is a fully standalone EXE, fully standalone program, right? So the takeoff and dispatch page is done. Yeri, I hope I'm saying this correctly. What I understand is that there are certain calculations that he would like to refine. So it's operational, but it might not be 100% accurate because of the calculations that's not been finalized. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Then in future, there's also going to be the landing dispatch page and the landing en route page. Those things is not working anymore. Okay, and one of the nice things that we can look at, just want to show you, if we click there, we can actually add, edit, delete, whatever, we can change things. Alright, so this is a little bit more advanced than what you have there. Okay, so I'm going to try use this one later and see how close we are. I've not spoken to either Yeri or Zibo about the closeness of the Zibo to this thing, or this thing to Zibo. So it's still a work in progress, and I just thought it's time to show you guys. And then I want you guys to do me a favor. Okay, now I'll ask it later again. I want your honest reaction on this. Okay, you don't need to write a big story. Just say good idea, bad idea, love it, how soon can we get it, just something related to this. We just want to gauge your appetite for this, if you understand what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to ask it later on again when there are more people watching, because we're just a handful now. But anyway, let me also take a screenshot while I'm thinking of it, and I can put it on the Zibo Pilots group and other places as well. Did I click or did I not click correctly? Yes, okay, I got it. Okay. So while this thing is loading, let me quickly start setting up. So let me quickly come back to Hakan is there now in the chat. I need to say hello to all the community. Yes, welcome.
Hello community, hello Skymatix community, I love you.
Thank you, Hakan. Looking forward to using it. Well, Sebastian, you already answered that first plea of mine. Thank you so much. Yes, and there you go, Hakan. You got your hello, so everybody should be happy now. Okay.
Exactly. Thank you very much for your permission.
No problem. Good afternoon. Don't know if she's going to respond to that. Doesn't look like it. Hello. So not she. I can see it's talking. We can see, but she's not doing anything. Okay. I said to you, Janie, yesterday when I had a chat with him. I beg your pardon. I am yawning. It's been a long day. And my coffee isn't done yet. So yeah. I said to him, I'll look into the AI model, the AI Linda, as soon as I can. Okay, because that's more talkative and you can apparently do a hell of a lot more with it, that one than you can do with this one, but I haven't had the time yet. It's just been too busy. Gotcha. Look, from what I understand, George, is it will be integrated up to a certain point into the EFB. How far exactly, I don't know. We know that we've already got the landing performance. This thing is already working, right? It might need a bit of a tune-up, but that's another different story. So how far Zibo himself is going to take it, I don't know. That remains open for speculation at this point in time until Zibo actually give us a definitive answer of, you know, what he wants to do or not. So let's quickly clear this. KBNA.
Nico.
Yeah, it would be up on flap 1, surely. Here's flap 5.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
You can't believe it. You can't believe it. You can't. I've said so much. And I didn't realize I was muted. And now I want to cry. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Let me just check that everything is done. Then I'll try and remember what I said. Okay, it looks like everything is loaded. Okay, let's get back there. I've been explaining this like an idiot to myself. I do apologize. Yeah, thanks, George.
Yeah. But did you learn anything, Nico?
Yes. When I mute something, well, when I mute the microphone for a yawn, is to unmute it after the yawn is done. I learned that lesson.
Excellent.
Damn it.
Lesson learned.
Okay, good. So let's start again. All right. Your SEL temperature is the assumed temperature, all right, that the engines is going to use as a guide to run slower at a lower cost factor and a lower wear and tear factor. Okay, I do not know the exact mathematics behind it. I do not know the exact engineering behind it. So if you want to know more, you're either going to have to ask Sasso or one of the real pilots that you know to explain you in more detail, or you're going to have to ask Grog or ChatGPT or one of these AI engines to explain it to you in more detail. But basically what we want to do is, instead of just using full thrust, you know, and opening all the kettles and then going as fast as you can down the runway and hoping you're going to make it. The OPT takes a whole bunch of parameters into consideration, and it's going to give you the relevant thrust at a lower cost point to give you longevity in your engine and a lower running cost in terms of fuel and maintenance to get you safely into the air. That's the whole point of this thing. Okay, so the engineers at Boeing came up with all these different graphs and formulas and things that is now used to make the engine last a little bit longer. You're welcome, Papa Mike, and thank you for joining. So this is the whole aim of it. Okay, so when you look, I just want to see, the actual outside temperature according to the METAR is 28 degrees. Now you can see there the outside temperature currently in X-plane is 27. Okay, and what they're going to do is we now get an assumed temperature here of 34. So that is going to be the guide for the engine performance to make sure that we get 94.3% of the thrust available to us during the takeoff. Okay, so if I now change that to 27 and we do the calculations again, all right, you see there 94.3, 94.3. So this is exactly spot on. This is exactly where we want to be. It tells us to use D-rate -1. We obviously select the D-rate -1. Okay. Now I've clicked this thing again, sorry. Okay, so we're going to use the D-rate -1, so we're going to use 24,000 pound thrust instead of kilogram thrust, whatever the units are there, I don't know, 24,000, okay? We're going to use that thrust, we're going to have that output giving us 5.7% thrust in reserve plus normal reserves, which is 1 or 2, okay? And then obviously we're going to have a shallower climb because we don't have to go up like a rocket. Okay, so this is what we get from here. And then the question came up on flaps 1. I don't know if you heard me say that, but I've seen this on other OPTs many times where it would say to me, for optimal usage, it calculates it. Remember, this is where I said that I told it what I want, right? For optimum, so it creates, and this is the other one specifically for the flaps, that's for your thrust, and this is for the flaps, right? So I could actually have gone there, set 5, force it to flaps 5, and now we've got a different setting. See, now we can go to 33, and now it's not 100% spot on, but it's still within a 0.1%, okay, which is negligible. It's negligible. Okay, so you can either specify it or you can just tell it to go optimally, and we'll go back to 34, and there we're back on track now. See, now it's perfect. See, so the other one was totally acceptable, nothing wrong with it, but the numbers are not identical, so it's like a 0.1 out, which is negligible, but anyway. All right, and now what we want to do is we obviously see we've got a flaps 1 takeoff again. So if we go, I'm just going to move this quickly, it's easier for me to grab it again later. If we now go flaps 1 and we input all the information in there, in actual fact, let me just click this. 1, 2, 3.
Ready for pre-flight procedure.
Linda, hold your horses. Okay. Thunder, I'll tell you just now. It's an old habit, actually. It's got nothing to do with testing at that moment. While I was waiting for the stream to start, I got bored and I started clicking switches. That's basically it. Just did it quicker than usual. But anyway, okay, coming back to this one, let's see. V1 is 148, VR is 148, Well, that's one out with 147, and then we've got 154. Again, 1 knot is not going to kill anybody, and as far as I know, in real world they allow up to 2 knot difference. Anyway, so I still need to speak to Sasso and find out exactly what the rules of engagement is, what is permissible, what's not permissible. But you can see the calculator is like freaking spot on, man. Okay, and this is on the flaps 1 takeoff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to leave it like that, and then we're just going to try and use it and see what happens, you know, see how it goes. No worries, Thunder. So usually what I would do is somewhere here, now that everything is set up, I would do the MCP last, and I would just quickly switch everything on, but I did the MCP before I did a lot of other things. Right, let's get our APU on. There we can see our derated takeoff, assumed temperature. That's so cool. Oh, we can ask Linda to do the trim for us.
Trim up.
Okay, so I see we've got almost double the numbers we had before. Guys, I need your input. Okay, me and Yeri are requesting your input. So don't be shy, even if you've never typed on a stream before. It's not a quiz, it's not to test your knowledge, it's just we need your help. We want to know your honest opinion and reaction to this tool. Okay, I want to quickly tell you why we're asking is, remember there are now 3 tools available. There's the Zibo one in the EFB that will come out in Fix 32 that you can get access to. There's the Lua script that you can run. But this model, this one, is a fully standalone OPT calculator. You don't even need to have explain running. You can use it now in any sim. It's based on the real numbers, so it should work on any Boeing 737-800, okay, on any platform. So you can use PMDG as far as I know now as well. The question is, what do you think about it? Is it something that you would maybe want to use? I know we're going to get most, if not all of it, in the EFB. You know, I mean, that is part of what we've been dreaming of for a long time. But is this something you would like to have access to and just download and use from time to time? You know, there's a couple of questions now in there. Just give us some feedback, because I don't want Yeri to go and create the whole website, you know, telling you about this thing with a little download link, and then nobody goes there. You know, nobody wants it. So just give us a little bit of feedback, please, if you don't mind.
Question. Yeah. Is this something that's likely to be able to be used on an iPad?
No. No, not at this point in time.
No, not at the moment. No. For the future, I'm asking.
We can ask Yeri, Uncle John. I think that's a very good question, because I would love to have it on my tablet as well.
I'm thinking so.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you could have this on a mobile tablet, phone, something here. Okay, make a note somewhere and we'll ask Yeri.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah. Papa Mike, yes. I was actually pleasantly surprised. No one told me. I want to show you something. There's our VA website. Here's the actual takeoff and stuff from SimBrief as well. I never knew that it was part of the story here. I've never used it. I've never played around with it, you know. So for the guys using our VA, go check it out. It's there as well. Just don't know how accurate it is, you know. I'm not even gonna, you know, go try and figure out how accurate it is. All right, there you go. There you go, Sebastian. Thank you very much. All right, okay. So, yeah, as your thoughts come to you through the stream, you know, let's just talk about it, because I think Uncle John made a very good point there. You know, that this could be useful on a tablet or something. So in other words, what you want is you want a web page format. You want this, if he makes a website, it's all very well, you can download it as an exe for Windows, Linux, Mac, but it would be ideal to have it in a web page format, because that you can get on your iPad or your Android tablet.
You got it.
I'm not sure what the difference is between them, because I don't know the technical specs behind the SimBrief one. This one is based on the real Boeing OPT. So if SimBrief says the same thing to you, then the only difference is just the graphical user interface, and it's a different developer. But it, in essence, is exactly the same thing. It's supposed to give you the same results. Okay, so, but Yeri would be the better one to answer that one. Hello, Mikma. There you go. Let's get this guy.
Ground to cockpit. Toes driving up.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Mikma, you're very faint. I heard something. If that was you.
I can hear him.
I've boosted. I've boosted his mic.
Before start procedure complete. Ready for before start checklist.
Yeah, I think now that it's been mentioned, because I
Some
never
doors
thought of
are
it.
still open,
but
or the GPU or the ASU are still connected.
now
I'm waiting
that
for all of them closed and disconnected,
now
and I
that
will proceed.
it has been mentioned, it makes perfect sense, and I will support that notion very
Okay.
much.
All doors, hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Gotcha, Sebastian. Yeah, that makes sense as well. Yeah. Look, I don't keep my tablet or my cell phone active next to me, but this might be an exception for me, you know, if it really works like that. Because, I mean, we can get the whole Navigraph on the tablets now, so it's been
So
there for
connected,
years,
bypass
actually,
pin
but
inserted. Release the parking brake.
you know what I mean, it's just in principle. Right, let me get into position here. Start number
Starting
2 engine.
pushback. Go ahead, start the engines.
Starting number 2 engine.
This is going to be interesting.
25 N2.
See now, and when we have a QNH change, we would probably have had to redo
Starter
that
cutout.
calculation, but I'm not going to worry about that now. Yeah, and you see now this tool will come free. As far as I know, I have not heard Yeri mention at any point in time that he's going to put a price on this. This is going to be a free tool. So if he changes his mind or he just didn't tell me, I do apologize, don't hold me to it. But so far as I can see, he wants to give it away for free. Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine. 25N2.
Where are you flying to?
Sorry,
Starter cutout.
Where
Engine
are you
start
flying
procedure
to?
complete.
I am doing KBNA
Operation
to
complete, set spark break.
KMDW.
Disconnecting tow, stand by.
As far as I understood, Nashville to Chicago.
No, you're muffling your mic a bit. I can't hear you. Say again.
As far as I understood, from Nashville to Chicago, Midway.
Nashville, yes, to Chicago Midway, yes.
That's how I understood this because I saw your screen now.
How long is the trip? Is that what you're asking?
Oh,
Hakan?
can you hear me?
Yes, but it's like you're muffling your mic. I'm struggling to hear you. Talk directly into your mic and
Tow
don't
is
put your hand on
disconnected,
it.
bypass pin's been removed. Hand signal on the
I
left.
don't
Choose
know
all yours,
why.
Captain.
There is a problem. I don't want to interrupt your streaming. If my
No, your mic is
Oh.
okay now. So just look at the mic when you talk. I think you might be looking away from the mic. So right now when you were speaking, it's perfect.
I see. Okay, there is no problem then.
Yeah. Are you flying with me or what?
But I am so tired. I flown World Tour IFR and completed today.
Okay.
And next time I would like to join.
Okay. All right. No problem.
But I need to have info before you flying in the United States of America.
100%. No problem.
Please drop me a message when you decided to fly.
Sharp.
Ready for before taxi procedure. Flaps 1 set.
All right. Looks like we're ready to go. Just clear my hands. Right, taxi lights on, parking brakes off. Before taxi procedure.
Before taxi procedure.
Well, okay, Thunder, while we're waiting for Linda, obviously it's going to be here. Okay, you're going to have access just like I have access to it now.
Before
Okay.
taxi procedure
So
complete.
if we go through
I am ready for before taxi checklist.
the same conditions, I just closed the other one, so I'm not going to reopen it. But if we set up the same thing, we should get exactly the same information here as we had in the other tool. So this one is a given. You guys are going to get that. Okay. The question specifically was to this other one, you know, and there obviously will be people that would like to have an EXE kind of a little program to execute on Windows, Linux, Macintosh, iOS, whatever you want to call it. And then obviously the Uncle John had a brainwave, and I want to support that. I think there's great value in having it as a web page for the guys who want that as well. So this one in the EFB is a given. The other one is then additional, and then the guys can choose between, you know, standalone program or the web page. You know, I think that covers literally everything that is possibly required. And the bonus, of course, is it's free. You know, unless Yeri changes his mind, and Yeri, I don't want to step on your toes. I can't make that decision for you, but you also have not told me it will be chargeable. So we'll have to see. But so far, appears to be for free. Alright, let's go. Let's go fly. We don't have a long
It's
taxi.
very, very blocky.
Don't know why, Uncle John. You're talking on Discord.
Me watching you here on Discord. Blocky as hell.
I don't know. You other guys watching on Discord? Do I look blocky?
Yes, you do from my side.
I'm sorry. That's a Discord thing, obviously. Let me try something
Which
else quickly.
person has
Wait,
to
wait.
watch you on YouTube?
Wait. Let's just try this one. Let's see if we change the source. Okay, see what it looks like now?
Okay, will do. That's better, sir. Thank you very much.
Alright, okay. Before takeoff procedure.
Yeah, I
Before
don't tell you
takeoff
half an hour
procedure.
after the stream started. Tell you straight away.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist. Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for takeoff.
So to confirm, we're doing the flaps one.
Yes. Yeah, I want to see what it does. I mean, if that OPT, gives us the correct values based upon real Boeing values, then it should be no problem to do it. But if there is a problem, then we can go back to Yeri and say, relook the calculations. Maybe there's a mistake.
All the data knows the length of the runway in the first place.
Yeah. He updated the runway database, as far as I know, in this latest version. He also changed the layout and did quite a few different changes in it. So I trust it currently, and until such time as it disproves itself, and it's not trustworthy, I have no reason to doubt it.
Runway 20 right confirm.
On runway 20 right.
Stabilized.
Toga. Let's go.
Takeoff thrust set. $80 knots. Throttle hold.
Takes a while longer to get going because
V1.
it's derated.
Rotate.
No problem.
Positive rate.
There you go.
That looked good.
Yeah.
Acceleration altitude.
Hello, Thunder. Might have been a bit premature. Let's just
Flaps 1 set.
get closer to up. Get back.
Flaps up and set.
How's it, John?
What's that?
No, other John on stream. From the US, he's joined us. Sorry, Uncle John.
Nico, I got to go. I wish you a wonderful night to everyone and at first you.
Thank you, Hakan. Sleep well, man. Have fun.
Thank you. Have a good day. Have a good evening to everyone.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign will be switched off shortly. However, for own safety, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt loosely fastened in case of any unexpected turbulence. We have an excellent team on board today, and we are all happy to offer you any assistance you may require throughout the flight. Our in-flight entertainment has begun.
With all the stock of the tablets and everything, I wanted to access my Navigraph on my tablet just now. Now I need to re-sign in. Sign in. Why? Login cancelled. Have any of you seen that before? When you try and sign in and it says to you, the login is cancelled. Okay, let's do it this way.
Approaching transition.
You know what the trick was? I hope this helps someone else. I had to go into the browser on the tablet, log into the Navigraph website, and then I could get the app to actually sign in.
Transition altitude.
Very interesting. Got some interesting weather there at Chicago Midway. 16 knot side wind from the left and 17 knots on the nose. And it's gusting up to 33. Okay, so for those of you wondering, I'm using WebFMC on the tablet. That's why you don't see the mouse move and things move, because I'm also now playing with this thing. So it's WebFMC for the FMC, and then I do have Navigraph running in the background here. Wonderful. So what else can you guys tell me? You had a good weekend? Are you ready for the week? Uncle John?
Yeah, I've had a good one.
But,
Hectic week ahead, man.
so what are you planning for this week? If you can tell us, don't tell personal stuff. But
No, it's boring. I'm having a play it.
okay. You remember me and Artie were talking about the steps here coming up to the loft. Uncle John,
Yes.
the steps are pulling apart, right?
Yes.
After 2 years, literally 2 years, I think I've now found somebody that is coming to fix it tomorrow.
Wow.
Really, really wet. And on Friday,
Are they that bad? Are they that bad now?
yeah, I'll send you a picture later. I'm on the last less than 5 millimeters of the thread before it will give in. It's really bad. And when you look at the side plane of the steps, you can see it's warped. So yeah, it's about time to get fixed now. And then on Friday we had all the cleaners here, and this house is like speak and span, and you won't believe it. These guys did a good job. I see John on stream there says Mondays comes too quick. I agree. When the stream is up, I'm going to work again, and I don't know what time I'm going to finish. I finished this morning at 1. Slept a little bit, then we spent the day with family, and then now I'm doing the stream. Yeah, and when I'm done here, I'm going to go back to work.
Just remember that you go to bed.
Yeah, I actually took out the camping cot. Hello? Give me a second, Shana is just talking to me. Sorry about that interruption. Shana just came and asked me something. Yeah, I was telling you, I actually put the camping cot out here. If it gets too late, I'll just kill over here in front of the desk.
$1,000 to level off. Got 116 miles for top of descent.
And there's another John. Hello, welcome. Yeah, 100%. Let me show you what I showed the other guys. So if there are other new guys joining the stream, you're also going to find benefit now. Right, so this is the big thing that's coming next. Okay, this is a different version, but it uses the same database as the one that is going to be here. Alright, so your takeoff performance calculator. This is a standalone version. This is obviously the one Zibo and Thierry put inside of the EFB. Same thing, just looks different. So that's the hot topic for the moment, and just keep following me and you'll find out more. As I know more, I tell you more.
What's the new one for the landing?
The landing one, Uncle John, is operational. How good it is, I don't know, but I mean, I've used it plenty of times. It's never failed me. So that one, as far as I'm concerned, is done until Zibo says no, until he says no, we're going to fix it or upgrade it or something. So the two of them will then give us takeoff and landing together. Hello, Dave. The standalone one, not yet, but like I just said to Uncle John, this one works. This one can already give us the information. Why don't we play around with it a little bit now that we are here? So let's give it some information. Right, so we are planning 04 right. Okay, we can't change that. The condition is dry. Yeah, looks like it. The wind is 360 at 23. Temperature is 4 degrees. 295 to 85. Oh, landing, right? There you go, George. Thank you for verifying that. Yeah, that one's been running for a long time. In terms of the standalone one, which I showed you just now, the landing is not included, but it's planned. And remember, there are two landing things. The one comes with dispatch, and the other one is the actual, the one you do en route. So you get two options there. That will be included in that standalone version. Let's look at our wrong button. Okay, so that is our estimated landing weight. So that is 64.6. Right. Flaps 30. Yes, that will be on. No, we're not going to use that. Brakes. Say auto brake 3 for now. That is irrelevant. VREF, okay. In this case, we're going to add 18, and I'll explain why we want to add 18 shortly. Okay. In actual fact, before we go on, let me rather just show you why. Okay, so if you look at, oh crap, it's changed. It's going to be more. Anyway, okay. Let me explain. The formula is, when you have gusts, you can see there, we've got 27 gusting 35, okay? Now, the formula says half the headwind, which is 10, plus the gust factor. So the gust factor is 8. Okay, so it's still 18. All right, you see there, the difference between 27 and 35, that's 8 plus 10, which is half of that, gives 18. So we put that in there. All right, there you can see it is actually 100% correct on the tablet. It's picked up that it is 16 and 17 according to the actual wind that was there, but we need to change it now, remember? So that now becomes 360 at 27. Right, so we're getting closer to that. Okay, so we've got 18 and 20, and that is exactly spot on what we are being told there in Navigraph, right? See, okay, I'm not going to go chase my tail the whole time. We're just going to leave it at that, right? But that's where we are at now. All right, so that means we need to add 18. Okay. Well, we've added our 18. There you go. It's very windy, yes, I can see. All right, so over here, you can see that max manual and max auto are the two ones that is actually going to stop us at the weights that we are talking at. So if we go back and we now go put the brake max auto, you see now we are on the runway. See, now we can actually stop. Now it's perfectly green because we can really stop. So now we know the best way to land at this airport. And it tells us our VREF speeds now. Is going to be 165. So what we'll do is that little pip over there, we'll bring it down to 165 before we land. And that's it. That's it. Pretty bad. You see, now we can probably use auto brake 3, which I love to use, and then at some point in time our eyes are going to tell us, listen, the runway is getting short, and then we step on the brakes and then we stop it. So we could do it that way, but if you do the planning proper, you see that that is the green one, that is the, yeah, exactly, the short runways, everything. It should work with all the runways because it's got the whole database in there. But in essence, that answers the question of earlier. The landing performance is there on the tablet already. Yeri needs to now put it into his little outside the box tool, you know, that runs separately. But the landing here works, and then between Yeri and Zibo, they're obviously going to just optimize and get this thing going proper, and then you guys can have it and play with it. There you go, George. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Might as well put it to max now. So behind the scenes, what I did already on my tablet was just a forecast page, so that's set already. If we have a significant QNH change, I'll update that one again, but for now it's okay. I'm just going to leave it there to remind me.
Did you know if Zibo knows about that award that was given?
Oh, I sent it to him there in the dev room, and everybody's commented on it. He most definitely knows, unless he didn't open Discord, Uncle John.
Good. Long time coming. I sent him that badge of excellence, didn't I? For how long? When was that? Good 12 months ago?
Check this. This is part of why it's telling us to do what it wants us to do. You see, this runway that we're going to land on, look at the distance of the runway. It's very short runway. This is why it's important to do the planning proper. See, now like I say, I usually use auto brake 3, and then if my eyes tell me, listen, you're gonna run out of runway, I step on the brakes, because the manual braking is harsh. That thing stops this aircraft very quickly. But now that we've done the actual planning, let's see what it does. Just makes it more fun. Puts another spin on the realism. How's it, Eugene? Yeah, I'm actually quite relaxed. We've been fiddling a little bit here with the calculators. I was showing the guys the standalone version that Yeri made, this one. And I was asking people's opinions, and now I clicked on explain. Let me get that thing back. I was asking people's opinions. So if there are any new people that haven't given your opinion, what we're trying to do is call it market research, call it what you want. We obviously will give you guys the calculator in the EFB, okay? Then there is the one that can run off the plugins through the Lua script. And then there's this one. This one does not need the simulator. It's independent of X-Plane. You can use it in Flight Sim 2020 or 2024 as well. Okay, this is based on the real Boeing OPT. Okay, it's not perfect yet. There's still work that needs to be done in terms of the calculations. But what we've seen so far is it's damn accurate. It's really good. Okay. So the question for the new guys that haven't given their opinion yet, please feel free. Even if you've never spoken on the stream, we value your feedback. Call it market research, call it what you want. Is this something that you would be interested to have, the standalone thing? Okay. Do you prefer the Lua script one as an add-on? I mean, I already said you're going to get this one. You will get this one in the EFB. But the other two, I just want to get your feeling. For me, this is a really good idea to have a little standalone version you can use everywhere. And then Uncle John said, and we had a couple of seconds, thirds and fourth guys agreeing, me myself included, is that it would be nice to have this as a web page so you can actually access it via your smartphone or your tablet. Okay, so you can actually use it there externally as well. So feel free, give your opinion. If you don't want to, that's also fine. I'm just giving you a chance.
Ready for descent procedure.
Feel free to jump in and say. What about SimBrief?
Well, you can do it in SimBrief as well.
Yeah, but we don't want. We want to punt the Zibomod
ones. I understand. You said there was 3 options now. In fact, there isn't. There's 4, because we can do SimBrief as well.
Yeah, but that's not from us. I understand what you're saying. Don't worry about it. I understand what you're saying. I'm talking from the Zibo team, basically, because we didn't make the one in that one, and we didn't make the other ones that are floating around. It's regarding what Yeri is doing, because what Yeri wants to do is he wants to make a website for the tools. So I don't want him to go and spend money and waste time if there isn't, you know, a need for it. A desire, yes, for this tool. This is why I'm asking. So let it go, guys. Tell us what you think, all the new guys that joined late.
I think if it's a web page, I think that's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, no need to. That is a brilliant idea you had. So this is an LNAV approach. I think I've said everything. Guys, if you see anything I missed, tell me.
Approach top of descent.
this QNH is not moving, it's still the same, so I'm stressing less. Thank you, Papa Mike. Yeah, George, every now and then there's a funny cloud, but I mean, overall, I can't complain. My big gripe always has been that they sometimes lag behind, and in the last few versions of X-Plane, I have not experienced that again. So as long as they give me what is the true weather and they don't lag behind, I'm happy.
Good evening, Mr. Mark.
Good evening, gents.
How's it, Mac?
You're a bit late, buddy.
Sorry, John.
You're a bit late for this flight. There was a purpose behind it.
All going smoothly?
Yep, 100%.
Yes, very.
Approaching transition. Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
Wow, look at those rays coming through. That looks neat, eh? That whole effect.
Yeah.
That's stunning.
Yeah. Mac, we've got a short runway, 1,964 meters. It's 6,445 foot. It's short.
So, how you were tackling it?
Well,
Max brakes or
absolutely,
not?
absolutely. We actually used the calculator to actually calculate it for us, and it is only the max auto and max manual that will stop us. Okay, so there's gusts.
What about flaps?
Well, it will be flaps 30. You see there, VRF is then flaps 30, and we have to add 18 knots because of the winds. We've got massive winds and gusts there, so we used
So
the.
you can't use flaps 40 then.
No, we won't. No, it's just going to be too much. Then what we found is with the winds we have to add 18 because it's half headwind plus gusting factor. So it was 20 knots on the nose, so that's 10, and then the gust factor was 8, so it gives us 18.
Right, okay. No, except what you're saying, I was just wondering whether you were going to do flaps 40, but those ones you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to try that. We'll do it this way. The sails become a bit big when you go 40 in winds like this, eh?
Yeah, it's beyond limits, I think, for the 40 flat. It's to do, you can only add plus 10, isn't it, for 40 flats?
I don't know, Mac. On my formula,
Yeah,
I never even wrote the comments down for flaps 40. I've only got it for flaps 30.
I think
It's possible. It's very possible.
well, it's something to do about the V-revs. I'm trying to remember, there's something in it.
Andre, on my notes that I got initially when we set up the training checklists and things like that, we use maximum of 20. That is what Sasa also said the other day that they use. So I'm just sticking to what I know. You know, if I'm wrong, then you know somebody must just help me right. But so far so good. I haven't had any issues. So yeah, the fact of the matter is that runway is short, and you know we're taking certain precautions now, and then obviously we'll use our eyeballs. You know, if we see that runway becomes too short, we'll just step on the brakes. You know, put it on the floor. Could be it could be a company thing, yes. You know how many times we've had that difference come up, and then the one company guy says no, this is right, and the other one says no, that is wrong, and so on. So look, most of everything we do is basically Ryanair based. So if there's a difference between a Ryanair and Southwest Airlines, it's going to be apparent to the guys that knows the difference. If you look at it closely, you know, if you know what to look out for. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That is very important. We don't want to get into the overspeed story. We'll check it out. I mean, if I don't need to put full 18 plus, then I'm not going to put full 18 plus anyway. Here you go. You still awake, Linda? Perfect sense, Papa. Yeah, I get that. There you go, you see. Yeah. Great minds think alike, eh? We don't always know the very specific technicalities, but it's nice to know we know most of it. You know, that will save us. It's cool. It feels like we're flying to Oshkosh because we use the Fisk transition here as well, you know, so
wow.
Yeah, it's very, very well known, that one, eh, Mac?
Yeah. So you're hoping for a firm touchdown and no float, then you can.
Yeah, 100%. What are those 6 blue squares on the center display in the right top corner? Those ones. Oh, that's engine performance stuff. That's engine performance stuff.
Yes.
These little rectangular boxes here on the upper TU, when are they supposed to show us something? Is it when the popo hits the fan, or is it at takeoff? What's the parameters for these ones, do you know?
Which one's where?
Look on my screen.
Yeah, I'm looking at your screen. Hang on, sorry.
These ones by the mouse. Because there's no info in them now.
They're always there, aren't they?
Yeah, but there's no data in them. So the question is, when are they populated?
Well,
or what's the
they're
purpose?
populated. That's the air valves, isn't it?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking
What,
you.
for your start and everything, isn't it?
I don't know. Must be honest, Mark. This question caught me off guard completely.
Flight level
Now, I never
100.
look at them. I
Landing
never
light
bother with
switches
them.
on.
When you do a start, and you select start, and it opens the air valve to let air to the engine. And I'm trying to think what the 3 lines are.
Yeah, I'll have to go review the video, see if I actually spot it, or ask Sasso.
Will they be for failure messages?
Could also be. Look, when the engine fails, you should see it here on the lower DU. And me and Zippo were talking about it the other day. He actually implemented it now. So if there is an engine problem, you will see it here at the bottom. Okay. But those ones, that is a blinking good question.
Well, that's I'm sure that's when it goes through the start
sequence. Okay.
sequence. What's it say at the very top of each of
Engine 1
those?
and engine 2.
Yeah. That's when you do the start sequence.
Okay. Alright, we'll have a look. It's
I'm
very
trying to
possible.
think what the 3 lines are for.
I don't know.
One of them could be the spa valve as well, because remember there's 2 air valves.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the 3rd line shows.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Time to hit the books. We need to find out.
Oh, the other thing is, did your LNAV work before takeoff today?
Yes.
Or not?
Yes, it did. I specifically checked that.
And was there a waypoint directly in front of the runway?
Yes,
Ah.
There you go, Wycliffe. So it's got something to do with the start. Mac is right. It could be something to do with the low oil pressure and then the start valve and all the, well, it's the startup indicators in brief. So Exactly, Wycliffe. You know, I do half of what I do out of instinct, you know, and having done it thousands of times, I don't necessarily pay attention to all the finer details. And then I get a question like this and I go, huh? Oops. Not that late, John. It's almost 9 p.m. It's like 8:48 p.m. here. Thank you. I was wondering earlier and then I never looked it up. I'll do my best, Wycliffe. I don't want to make a fool of myself if I don't have to. Thank you, Thunder. Yeah, I hope so too.
Flaps 1 set.
Radio altimeter.
Thousand to level off. Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing. Ready for landing checklist.
Look how close it is to the red bar there. I'm gonna do. Yeah, look at that headwind. Or at least, sorry, not headwind, but it is headwind. And look at the freaking knots, 37 knots.
1,000.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Birch altitude set.
65. Just let's leave it. See what happens. So it flaps 30. The green, get down. All the greens are showing. We're okay. Now we need to
approaching 0,
speed
4,
brake, right. So wind there.
$500. Cleared to land runway 04 right.
500.
Not on
400.
Runway, it seems. We're a bit to the
Approaching
left.
decision height. 300.
Minimum.
Minimums. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on, come on, go, 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 go.
4,000 feet.
Reverse unlocked. Speed brake up.
It felt like she did not want
Auto
to come
brake
down.
in use.
You better brake, better brake, better brake. Come,
60 knots.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Great landing.
That made me work.
You are professional.
That really made me work. Yeah, that wind was crazy. But I'm happy I did it. It was so awesome. Living the dream, you know? After
That's the
landing
trouble
procedure.
with gusting wind.
After
You
landing
don't
procedure.
know whether you're going to get that little bit of float.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your support.
After landing
it's
procedure
nicely
complete.
done, Nika.
I think the calculations were a win, Nico. If it wasn't for that little gust there,
Yeah.
it would have been perfect.
Yeah. It did its job. Yeah, John. Oh, sorry, not John. One of the viewers, they says on stream he was at the edge of his seat. Ah,
Flaps up and set.
I had to work for my money, I promise you.
I kind of was too, and I seen the float.
Yeah. Freaking runway so short.
I was quite surprised there were so many trees in the alignment to the runway as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, everybody. This was well worth the effort to come and put up the stream. You ready, madam? Approach rating. Missed 1 star.
Oh, that's not bad.
My landing was weak. I don't think this
Yeah.
scorecard takes into
But
account.
hang on, just see what the symptoms were of that landing. What's it?
We can't see
marked
the
down?
landing itself, but we can see the approach. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't show the landing
No, it doesn't.
weaknesses. Okay.
Papa Mike says there is no trees in the real world, just
Yeah,
the
that's
roads.
what I thought. Yeah. That's one of the few things I'd criticise X-Plane 12 at the moment is most trees are removed from the actual flight path into a runway.
Yeah. Mac, look at the screen quickly. Look there. Owen reminded me
Yeah.
to look here.
See, you've got low
Oil pressure.
oil pressure, and the other one's the start valve and the, I'm trying to remember, I think it's the start valve and the, what did I call it, the other valve. There's 2 air valves.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Alright, well, we made it. We did it. There you go. Yeah, of course. Okay, well, that's it, everybody. That's it for me. I hope you guys are going to have fun this week. Those that are still working, I hope you make a lot of money. And those who are retired, I hope you rest well. We'll see each other soon again. Just keep an eye out on the channel when more streams happen, and we'll talk later. Thank you so much for joining.
But too late.
No. Yeah, it's probably going to be another hour or two before I go sleep, so it's fine. Bye, everybody.